What's up, everybody? My name's Chance, and today we're going to be playing a Teemo's Shrooms deck. So focusing on Teemo and his lovely, lovely shrooms, or what are they called? Poison puff caps. So yeah, basically mushrooms. So yeah, just trying to have fun today. This is if this was Magic, this is the janky deck, right? This is it. Trying to play Teemo, trying to fill your opponent full of poison puff caps, which let's see if I can bring Teemo up real quick and scroll over to the poison puff caps. Yeah, so these cards will attach themselves basically to cards in your opponent's deck, and whenever your opponent draws those cards, for however many poison puff caps are attached to that card, you'll deal 1 damage to your opponent's Nexus. Now, what I haven't tried, and I am slightly interested to know, does Poison Puff Cap work with the Funsmith? So Funsmith is a 5 mana card that says all your spells and skills deal 1 extra damage. However, Poison Puff Cap is a trap, so I'm not sure if it'll, if it'd work on there. Anyways, hopping into our deck tech or deck breakdown, we have 3 copies of Thermogenic Beam because it's excellent, excellent spell, and honestly, I've just fell in love with this card. Generally, when I draw this, I'm not disheartened by it. 3 copies of Mushroom Cloud because it is a very cheap spell, and when paired with a Puff Cap Peddler, you can really fill your opponent very quickly full of mushrooms. Moving us down, we have 3 copies of Recall, and I've thought about going down to 2, but Recall is actually really, really good in this deck. It allows you to block your opponent and still get your creature back. Given situations, I should mention that. Still, I think the game has a bit of a weird timing to when you can play spells. I think they should add some kind of stop mechanic in there so you can say, hey, I want to play a spell this turn or something like that. Anyways, Recall is decent, Then we have 2 copies of Rummage to help us hopefully, sort through some of our cards, loot away the ones we don't need, draw some ones that we may need. We have 3 copies of Teemo because, hey, it's the star of our deck, right? 3 copies of Clump of Wumps, which is I guess it's a little raccoon. Nonetheless, whenever it's summoned, we're going to create another Mushroom Cloud in hand, which again goes well with Puff Cap Peddler. Moving us down, we have 2 copies of Inside of Ages, and honestly, I'm just a big fan of this card, so basically, whenever you play it, you're going to create a random spell in hand, unless you're enlightened, in which case you're going to create 2. Again, it's very cheap. You get a random spell out of it. It does proc Puff Cap Peddler, as well as the next spell you cast from the Inside of Ages, right? Moving us down, we have 2 copies of Kai Guardian to give our Ezreal, our Teemo, something barrier, and to draw 1. Moving us down, we have 3 copies of Deny to hopefully counter some of our opponent's more annoying spells. 3 copies of Puff Cap Peddler, a card I've already been talking about a lot during this deck tech, but for those of you who don't know what it does, whenever you cast a spell, plant 3 Poison Puff Caps on a random card. On random cards, I'm sorry, not on on random cards in the enemy deck. So pretty good there. We do have 2 copies of Rising Spell Force because I found this is awesome at ending the game, managing those blocks a little bit better. It's just really, really good. Moving us down, we have 1 copy of Shadow Assassin. I've actually thought about, as I said earlier, going down on my copies of Recall. If I did, Shadow Assassin is probably the one that would get bumped up. It's pretty good, and it's a decent way of getting in there and finishing up those last few ticks of damage. Also, whenever she's summoned, draw a card. So, draw a card, 2/2, elusive, not bad for 3 mana. Moving us down, we have 3 copies of Chump Wump, and this just plays right along with Teemo, right? When I'm summoned, create 2 Mushroom Clouds in hand. It is also a 4/4 for 4 mana, so not terrible. Moving us down, we have 1 copy of Static Shock, deal 1 damage to enemies, draw 1 card. Just decent if you're going up against those decks like Elise or those Poro decks, right? Where you really want to take out those low health creatures rather quickly. Moving us down, we have Dawn and Dusk. This is, honestly, it's such a great finishing card, right? You can copy your Murata? I don't know. You can copy your Teemo. I wouldn't really recommend copying your Ezreal. You can copy your Puff Cap Peddler if you plan on playing more spells. But, take into account whenever you're copying that it is super, super nice. And if you copy something like Jay, which has elusive, then all your copies are going to have elusive, meaning it's going to be very, very hard for your opponent to block. Lost my train of thought there. I was doing math in my head. Dawn and Dusk and Jay Medarda? I don't know. When combined, deals 18 damage, just right there. So very, very strong in our little end topper there. Nonetheless, that's going to do it for the deck tech or deck breakdown, and now we're going to go and hop right into some matches. Alrighty, Charlie 004 going to be our first foe for the day, playing actually the exact same combo as us. Boy, if that doesn't scare you, I don't know what should. Do we attack first? We do, so at least we have that. Hopefully they're not also playing a Teemo deck, because I would like to play my Teemo and swing in, you know, given the ideal situation. Now, being able to play Teemo and attack, plus have the Mushroom Cloud in hand, means we're already going to be at 10 Poison Puff Caps in our opponent's deck, which is pretty good, honestly. Like, turn 2, 10 in there, not bad. So, don't play a Teemo. Please, oh please, Charlie, don't play a Teemo. Maybe they're playing the Ezreal, Ezreal Karma spell deck. Might be it. Either way, we're going to swing in, get some delicious mushrooms cooking in their deck, and yeah, call it a turn. Call it a round, I guess. I gotta get better at defining turns and rounds, because this game, you know, it's separate. Just because you have a turn doesn't mean it's the end of the round, right? So I could go ahead and grant a barrier to the Puffcat Peddler. They're going to swing in with a 3-1. We know that for sure, right? I say we just take the damage. Yeah, we give the Puffcat Peddler barrier. And we got another one. Okay, so next turn we'll be up to 3 mana. Maybe... Well, I had no way of knowing I was going to draw into another Puffcat Peddler. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, skip block. Hit him in the face. See if I care. I don't. Surprise. Ha ha ha. Alright, so they got some early damage coming out. It's alright, it's alright. Let's go and get down the Puffcat Peddler. And we're probably going to go and swing in with both of these as well, since this does have barrier on it. Next turn we'll be up to 4 mana, which means we can play another Puffcat Peddler and maybe another Mushroom Cloud and get Teemo leveled, right? So we'll swing in right like so. They'll probably block the 3/3 with the 2/5. Yeah, not a bad decision. All right, so this will put them up to having what, 10 mushrooms in their deck. Yeah, lovely. Next turn we play Puffcat. We play this. That's 5 plus 3 from each of them. That's 6. So that's 11 mushrooms going in there. Nice. So that'll put him at 20. That's nice. I really prefer my mushroom count to at least be double the amount of cards in my opponent's deck. And granted, it takes a little bit of time to get there, but man, is it fun when you do. Alright, so we're just going to be waiting on Charlie here, trying to figure out what they want to do.
We swim within the flows of magic.
2-1. Yeah, I still think we play the Puffcat Peddler, and then we can always recall if they do go to kill one of our units, or, you know, something goes amiss. Now, if they just swing in with a 3-1, I'm fine with that. Swinging in with the other units, not so fine with. So we're going to do this, and we're going to hit the block. And we'll see what they do. Again, we want to keep that 1 mana. Okay, I was going to say until after damage is calculated, that way if we need to recall an ally, we can. If we don't, so we're just going to... Well, should I play this or should I play this? I guess I should play the normal Mushroom Cloud just in case this Teemo dies. We'll already have a Teemo back in hand, right? So there's 5. There's... Okay, well, that leveled Teemo up. Also 3 and 3. So let's see how many they're at. And by the way, if you want to check how many mushrooms your opponent's deck has, you can't just scroll over it. You do have to click and hold. So, and there's the kill on Teemo, so that's fine because we have another one, right? And this is exactly why we held on to it. All right, Teemo, get your beautiful ass back down there. You're not done. Now we do still have enough mana for a deny and a recall, which is really nice. It's a really excellent place to be. We are going to swing in with Teemo, which will double their mushroom count, so send them up to what, 28? Does it still? No, it just doubles it. So whenever Teemo is unleveled, it plants 5. Whenever he's leveled, it doubles. I think doubling is definitely better than adding 5. Alright, Charlie. What you got for me? Ooh, Jeweled Protector. I want to do a deck where it's things like Jeweled Protector, where you're granting an ally in your hand, you know, massive stats, and then you play it, and it's one of those like the Brigand, right, where it summons a creature that has its exact stats, which is like fantastic, right? Or Zed, right, where you swing in with you know, 6/7 or whatever, and then he immediately creates a Shadow Clone. It's an idea that I've been having. So, what are they up to? 38 mushrooms. That's what I like to see. Now we can still kill one of their things with Thermogenic Beam, or we can just save our mana. Yeah, I'm just gonna save it. There's no need to recall or any of that. So how many mushrooms? It's still only one. Wow. Well, I guess we're only a little bit over having one mushroom per card, so sure. Ooh, 2 thermogenic beams. That's usually not what you want to see. You know how earlier I was talking about like, oh yeah, I have thermogenic beam. It's so good. Yeah, well, there goes that. I suppose I could always recall an ally, right? Maybe I'll wait till excuse me, till I yawn. No, maybe I'll wait until they go to attack and then recall a unit. We shall see.
So long, City of Progress.
My supported ally elusive. That's rather annoying. They can't kill us here, can they? 9, 10 damage? Nah. They can deal a lot. They're gonna deal at least what? 7? 3 there.
The
1 there.
calls.
Whoa, not no.
Custom.
No. Oh, okay, it's backwards. Yeah, I didn't know if this would go this way or this way. Like, would it still go to my right or would it go to their right? Y'all know what I'm saying. You know what I mean. You're picking up what I'm laying down. All that good stuff.
Would a mushroom help?
Play Teemo there. If I recall him now, does it still get the block in, I wonder? I guess, since I submitted the block. Because all we're trying to do here is negate the damage. Oh, you can't stop that. It was a burst. Ha ha ha.
There they go.
Alright, so what are they up to? 40? Lost their Teemo. It's not good, guys. It's not good. Alright, let's play the Puffcat Peddler back down. Still have 5 mana, which means we can wipe. Let's say this thing. Okay. What are they up to? They're gonna be up to 46. 46 shrooms. Oh boy. We may not be able to pull this one out, ladies and gents. Alright, 46. Let's see how many. Maybe we can hit them with a good 3-4 shrooms here. I doubt it. Maybe. Chump 1. 1, 2, 2. Okay. Alright, that's something.
Show me mask, secure me tail.
Go ahead and summon the Chump Wump. And then we can actually use Thermogenic Beam and wipe out this Jeweled Protector. Sounds like a plan, man. Sounds like a plan. Ooh. Ooh. So then what we actually have to do here, it's a little unfortunate, but we have to kill this thing, the Intrepid Mariner, because if it gives anything else elusive, we actually just lose thanks to them having the 6/5 elusive. Am I right? Just, Alright, take some more shrooms, you bitch. We're almost up to having 2 times their shroom count. It's not bad, not bad. Now, do I want to swing in? Swing in with the 4/4, they block with the 6/5. Swing in with the 3/3, block with the 3/3, block with the 3/3. So essentially nothing happens, right? I don't get anything through. So we'll just end our turn there. Hold back for defenders. How many shrooms? How many shrooms? 3. Well, we're at least even now. Recall an ally, that's not that great. Mushroom Cloud's not that great. Zed! I think that's it for us, actually. I think the Zed kills us. Yeah. Because they end up attacking, they have 5 attackers. Even at max, I have 3. 6 is guaranteed to get through. I block the Zed and these 3, and the Shadow Clone also gets through. So, I guess we'll throw out a sad face. I don't know what GG in this game is, so then we'll go ahead and surrender. It's fine. It's fine. Like I said, we're playing the janky deck for this game, you know, and we're gonna have fun with it regardless. So on into a game 2. Chat. We're going up against Chat, and again they're playing the exact same regions as us, Ionia and Piltover and Zon. Yeah, so I don't want you really that early. I guess the rest of this is fun. Ooh, Teemo. You like how brightened my day got by the side of that Teemo? I do. I most certainly do. Now, I'm actually not gonna play Teemo here. Well, no, yeah, I'm not gonna play Teemo. Because they have removal, I'd rather them wait and waste mana from this turn, right?
Reporting in.
Well, I suppose it didn't really matter, huh? The grand scheme of things. They still kill my Teemo, so yeah, I guess it doesn't really matter. Cool beans, cool beans. Again, I wish I could rearrange my the cards in my goddamn hand. Alrighty. Next turn.
Don't blink.
They're playing their own Ezreal. Okay, sure.
Hey, good looking. Back at you.
I see your Ezreal, and I'll match you an Ezreal.
Dangerous.
They're
I'm in.
actually
You're
attacking
between
with
me
their
and
Ezreal.
glory.
Don't necessarily get that, considering I can block with my Ezreal. Right? And then bada bing, bada boom, bye-bye to you.
No
Take out my Teemo, I'm taking out your Ezreal. And end round. So playing a thermogenic beam for 0 is just nonsense. Another chump womp. I really want a Teemo, actually, game. If you could be so kind as to
Watch and
allow me.
learn.
Do we go ahead and attack, or do we get down the chump womp and then attack? I think we go chump womp
Ways to find me
and then attack.
mushrooms.
They have plenty of mushrooms to be putting in their deck. They have 0 mushrooms in their deck currently, so since in a bit of a
Shape the
problem
land and
here.
give it life.
One shot, all skill.
Swing in with the 1/2 and the 4/4. See if they block the 4/4. If they do, it'll probably be with the 1/1. If I had to guess about it. Surely they don't just straight up sacrifice the 2/1 just for the.
We will
Really?
return.
No. I was wrong.
Can't stop me.
Actually, here's what they're doing. I suppose I could have also just saved my mana, used the Mystic Shot, kept back 2 spell mana for next turn. I need to get better at managing my mana and knowing when having spell mana is a good thing and like worth storing, and when it's like you don't really need to worry about it, right? So what I think I'm gonna do here is actually use the barrier on my chump womp, and then I have deny. So we use Kai Guardian on the chump womp. It'll get a barrier, and we get to draw a card, and then we can still have mana up for deny. So sounds good. Trying to wait to play these mushroom clouds a little bit.
People.
Jinx does have first strike. Well, here's also the thing. Okay, so this thermogenic beam is still enough to kill Jinx. I think we want to kill her. I think I'd rather just straight up kill Jinx than have a deny ready, right? Because they're pretty much out of mana anyways. They don't have 3 mana to deny my thermogenic beam. So yeah, works for me. Although I gotta say, their deck looks a little similar to my Anivia deck. Do we block this? They only have 2 mana. Nah. I'll take the damage. I don't really care. I don't think it's worth losing a unit over, and say they have something like a static shot or something, you know, where they can deal 1 damage just super easily. Although they do only have 2 minutes, so I guess that's out of the question. Yeah, y'all know what I meant, though. So we can discard some Mushroom Clouds if we want to try and draw into a Teemo. I don't think that's necessarily bad, but... especially since we're going to create 2 more there. So yeah, maybe we do just Rummage.
I know you're thinking and stuff,
Play
but
this,
could
I
you
don't have
maybe
any mana
speed
for
things up a
Deny.
little?
I really like to keep Deny up. Next turn you're up 7, which means you can play it. Alright, I think what we're going to do, discard these 2. Ezreal, not what we wanted. Not what we wanted. Okay. Alright, well, let's go ahead and swing it with these 2. I don't think I'm going to use my Chump Lump this turn. Yes, yes, I see.
Ooh, that's gotta hurt.
I think we're just going to shoot 2 to their face, honestly. Since we have the Fleeting Mystic Shot. I guess we'll see. We'll wait and see what they play here. Nope. If they play something here. Yes. True Shot Barrage. Deny. Alrighty, just fizzled that whole little spell out. And I think, like I said, we're just going to use the Fleeting Mystic Shot, shoot him 2 in the face. I could save the mana. Might be worth it. Who knows? Maybe it was worth it to save the mana. There's so many times in this game where I'm still questioning my actions because, you know, the game's only been out for what, 4 days, 3 days, something like that. So it's not like a meta has developed to the point where it's... Oh no, I don't have another Deny. Okay. Okay. I could try casting this and see if I can get a Deny off of it. I guess that'd work. Ooh. Call an ally and summon a living shadow in its place. Let's actually recall the Chump Lump. Because we already have another copy of Ezreal in hand, right? Sure, we have another copy of Chump Lump as well. But, not the... Oh, and that card actually gets to stick around, too. Hey. Wait a minute. One of these already has barrier. Yeah, that one. Okay, so we'll get barrier here. Draw a card, okay. That was their whole turn. Ooh, Puffcat Peddler. Maybe it's finally time to start playing these Chump Lumps, playing those Mushroom Clouds. Still no Teemos, which is like... Right? Actually surprising.
Thought you'd never ask.
We're gonna go Ezreal and 1 Chump Lump. And again, maybe I discard 2 of the Chump Lumps for Rummage. See what else I can draw. Not Chump Lumps, 2 of the Mushroom Clouds with Rummage. See what I can draw. Maybe. We'll see what chat does. Nothing. Passes it right back. Alright, let's go with the Chump Lump. It does have barrier, so if they're planning on doing something shiesty, at least it'll survive. Seems like they are playing a spells deck, which is very, very unfortunate for us because it means here in the top end, they're just gonna get stronger and stronger. How many fucking True Shot Barrages are you gonna draw? Alright, let's try rummaging away these 2. See what I can hit. Rising and a deny. Oh, if only I had mana for the deny. So 3 goes here, 1 goes here, 2 to the face. Yep, 2, 3, 1. And we will smash. At least we have the deny now, you know. I suppose it could be worse. How many cards do I have left in my deck? 22. I've actually never run out of cards in this game before, so I don't know. I assume you lose, like in Magic, but I don't know. Apparently, all of our Teemos are on the bottom of our deck, though, so that's good. Also, I hate how there's not a graveyard in this game. Anywhere. Anywhere. I just want a graveyard. I want to be able to see what's already like been cast throughout the game, so I can know how many more copies of it I have in hand instead of having to be like 1, 2. Do I want to deny that? They're basically doing it for the card draw. I don't think so, honestly. What's 1 damage? You know, 1 damage into card draw. Nah. And I've already used 2 of my other denies, so gotta be cautious on that. Sure, Chump Lump, you get down there. Do your thing. We got 4 mushroom clouds in hand. That's 20 mushrooms to throw in their deck. If we can get down a Puffcat Peddler, it's 32 mushrooms to throw in their deck. It's not bad. It's really not bad. How many cards do we have? 3, 6, 8. I think 10 is the max hand size for the game, so we're all right. Deal 1 to all enemies. I mean, yeah, I can deny it, but it's only taking away barrier from one of my allies, so that's fine. To play the Puffcat Peddler or not, they're down to 2 mana. Sure, sure. I'll go ahead and play them. Why not? Because why not? So if I don't play anything here, we'll have 12 mana. 2 will be for spells. Okay. What's going on here? What you doing, buddy? Chat? Pal? Pal? Pal. Nothing. Just blocking. Okay, cool. Well, I'll just block too then, I suppose. We're having this little weird standoff. I see. I'm just gonna recall my ally right back to my hand, and we'll call this a good turn. Neither one of us has to take any damage or any of that. You'll get some mushrooms thrown in your deck, and yeah, we'll call it a good day. Actually, I'm gonna go and throw some more mushrooms in your deck, just because I can. All right. So hopefully they'll start taking some damage here from those mushrooms. We really need to get them going. Although normally you want to see Teemo any point before this, you know. There is J Medarda, I guess. I don't know. But if we play him, we don't have mana for deny as well. That's 7 damage. That's 11 damage. Alright, let's play the Chump Lump. There's so many mushroom clouds in hand. So many. They're going to be drawing 3 and reducing the cost of all of them by 1. Out of all 3 cards, we hit 1 mushroom. How many do they have in their deck? Oh, they only have 11. They had 12. I guess that makes sense. I think I am going to deny that real quick. That uses the rest of their mana. It still leaves me with mana to do stuff, so... you know. There's some more mushrooms for you, though, buddy. Pal. Friend of mine. Alright, so let's swing in with all of them. Now, they're going to use their 4-2 to block my 3-3. They should, right? And then we use our 3 mana Rising Spell Force on one of our 4/4s. And then we just kill them, cause math. So that's gonna be a GG in a game 2 here, it's funny. So in game 1, we got Teemo early, and we kind of stacked their deck full of shrooms, right? But we weren't quick enough with it, and we ended up picking up the loss. Game 2, we don't even see Teemo. We don't even see him at all, and then we end up using these chump lumps, these little 4/4s, and just smashing our opponent in the face all game, and hardly get any mushrooms. What a what a wonderful display of a deck. What a wonderful life, right? Anyways, that's going to do it for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a like down below. And as always, I'll see you either later tonight or tomorrow. Peace.